Right, buddy, this is the latest Manchester United news. I'm going to be talking about Marcus Rashford exit, all the articles coming from the Telegraph, Plenty Goal, and much, much more. So let's get straight into it. So the first one goes is Manchester United would be open to selling Marcus Rashford in the summer, and they may already consider top offers in the winter. One reason for the potential sale is the fact that he has a very high salary, and that what could lead a departure from the club. It would open 3 critical points in the complicated financial fair play system, which would give United more room to manoeuvre in the transfer market. Manchester United will sell Marcus Rashford at the latest by this summer and would already be open to top offers. The club acknowledge his development under Ruben Amorim, but consider him definitely not unsellable. Manchester United are said to be concerned about Rashford's lifestyle off the pitch, and there's fears he is no longer focused on his football as he could be. Sources have said he is dealing with a number of off-field distractions that are affecting his performances. Rashford is flying to save his Manchester United career. The club were open to sell him last summer and remain receptive to bids. Listen, Rashford, that's all kind of the news stories there. It's obviously interesting. The Rashford sort of exit does come up quite often when he does have a bad patch of form. Now, Rashford, the player I like a lot. I remember watching him in 2016 when he did made his debut for coming from the academy. He's a very likeable player and a very good football player. The main issue with Rashford is you need to get him playing when he's confident. If you have a confident Rashford, he can score goals. You feel like he's one of the best players in the world. We've seen 2 seasons ago where he scored, 30 goals. He was absolutely class. I mean, I don't think he's ever got to that sort of standard again. As I said, he's 27 now. He ain't getting any younger. He's entering his prime years in his career, and he does seem like a player who's not going to fit under the Ruben Amorim system. If you look at the way that we play, he plays with 2 inside forwards, 2 natural number 10s. Rashford will struggle to get into the team. I think you look at those 2 inside 10s that Amorim likes. Yes, they're wingers, but you have to be technical, and I don't think Rashford and Garnacho really are players who are technical enough. Now, Manchester United said to be concerned about Rashford's lifestyle on the pitch of this video. He is no longer focused on football. Obviously, we've seen all the stories talking about Rashford off-field antics, what's going on. The chances of finding a new buyer in January are remote, given he earns around £325,000 a week at Old Trafford and has not shown any consistent form for months. There's greater chance of him being offloaded in the summer. He has a contract until 2028, with very few clubs have the resources to match his current wage. And obviously Rashford, he got his new contract, I think it was 2 seasons ago when he was under that great patch of form. By the way, this article is coming in from Luke Edwards, who I think is a Newcastle's journalist, but still, it is very interesting. There's no doubt that Manchester United will be interested in selling Rashford. As I said, he's a very, very good player. I think he does have all the traits to be a top Manchester United player. He's very good on the ball. But again, will he fit this Ruben Amorim system? I don't think he will. And that is the biggest issue. In terms of price, you're looking at 60-70 million. Yes, he hasn't had the greatest form, and this season has been really bad by him. But he's still a player who has high value. He's played over 400 games for Manchester United, over 200 goals, I believe, scored. So he's absolutely fantastic in that aspect. Listen, yes, I'd like to see more, and sometimes Rashford doesn't look interested when he's on the pitch, but the fact that Ineos, they're being ruthless on and off the pitch. Rashford, one of the Manchester United squad, one of the players who's been here the longest. You look at only really Luke Shaw, I think, who's been longer than him, if I can remember, making his debut in 2016. It shows that no player is really safe. And I remember when Ineos came in, there was a lot of reports suggesting if Rashford doesn't have a good first season under them, he could well leave. And listen, he hasn't had the greatest start. And as I said, Rashford, the player I like a lot. I think he does have traits, and when he's confident, he's one of the best in that position. Loads of players talk about it. He's got electric pace, he has a lot of skill. But the issue is we haven't got him to that form where he is looking confident again, and that would be the biggest issue for me. Would I be open to selling him? Listen, if the right money came in, I wouldn't mind. And yes, as I said, he's one of my favourite players that has come through the academy. But you look at what the vision is. Listen, there's certain players that will have to leave. When any club replaces their manager and they bring in a new manager with new ideas, new philosophies, certain players are going to have to leave, and that's just the way it works. If Rashford is to be the one, it is what it is. We've seen big academy players go. Now, obviously, I wouldn't sell him directly to a rival. I wouldn't mind keeping Rashford for maybe a couple of years, because till the end of his contract, definitely he has got two years left. But I think he is quality, and as I said, at his moment, he's shown it. I think I'll definitely give Rashford to the end of the season, see what he can offer for Manchester United. Then I would look at selling him maybe in the summer, what the options are. Now, the obvious clubs interested, it's always been PSG as that potential Mbappe replacement. I don't think they really have replaced him. As I said, Rashford, listen, many people, the jury is really open on Rashford. He's been here, but I think this is the 11th season now. For me, I think I'll give Rashford to the end of the season. I'll reassess him. Yes, his stats haven't been the greatest, and yes, has some good glimpses of play, but we have to see on a consistent basis. And yes, he's had a lot of off-field issues, personal issues, but that's something that Manchester United are concerned about. The amount of issues and the distractions outside of football. You have to remember he's a man who's on 325 grand a week and isn't really that sort of Salah, Haaland money, De Bruyne money. Is he really that sort of player? No. And you look at some of the wingers in the league. You've got Pedro Neto, the wingers at Chelsea. You've got Pedro Neto, Jadon Sancho, Madueke. I think Madueke. Don't know about Sancho, but I think Madueke and Neto are definitely better than Rashford. You look at Liverpool. They've got Luis Diaz. Mo Salah definitely better than Rashford. You've got a Man City. You've got Foden players out there. Savinho, Grealish. I think he's probably better than them, but you look at all the quality teams. You look at Saka or Arsenal. Obviously, I think he is better than Martinelli. Is Rashford this season being better than Garnacho? And that's the issue. What Manchester United need, we need prolific wingers who are going to work hard. And I think the issue with Rashford is we haven't seen that 100% commitment to the club and 100% desire. Sometimes he is playing with kind of a bit of attitude. And yes, he scored goals under Ruben Amorim, and it's all about finding the best position in this Manchester United team. We've tried him in the number 9 in the first game. Yes, he scored, but did it really work? No. We tried him in the inside forward. I still don't really think it worked. Could we try him at wing back? He's going to have to defend and run a lot more, which I don't think Rashford does have in his locker. So it's all about finding the best position for him. For me, as I said, I would keep Marcus Rashford, but with all the stories there, you look at the positives of selling him, you can get a bit of money in. It'd be pure profit because he's an academy player. We can use that money to help financial fair play. I mean, the way that Ineos are cutting cost at Manchester United is a travesty at the minute, to be honest with you. So there are benefits of selling Rashford, but ultimately he's a player I like a lot. When you look at his traits, there's not many players in the world that have him, but it's all about getting that consistency and ultimately getting him finding that vein of form. So see what can happen under Ruben Amorim. Let me know your thoughts. Probably do another news video. I'll be talking about Martinez exit, Delo to Madrid. And much more, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming out. But I wanted to do a video talking about Marcus Rashford because, as I said, he's a player I like a lot, an academy player, and ultimately reports are suggesting that he could potentially be leaving Manchester United in the summer. And it's not only from Platey Goal, it's from other journalists as well. So let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. Stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching and peace.